You are welcome to Math Demystified.
Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuel. I'm making this video to be able to help students know how to list members of a given set. Here we have 3 circles intertwined, and you can see the question says, given the following diagram, we are given a Venn diagram, we are to list the members of the following set. List the members of the following set. Whenever you see a given set and miss other sets, and that is the only alphabet given to you, A, your focus should only be on the A. So in this case, we go to A and pick all the elements in the A. 1, 2, 5, and 6. That is what you are supposed to do. You go to A and pick the elements. The same thing we're going to do with B. You go to the circle B and pick all the elements. 2, 3, 4, and 5. You go to C and do the same thing. 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's what you're supposed to do. And whenever you have a prime, this prime means complement. That simply means we want to detach this set from the whole universal set. I repeat again. When you are given a prime, you delete it from the given set. Like in this case, we only have one set. So you'll be comparing this one set with the universal set. If you have more than one set, then you only deal with those 2 sets or 3 sets that are given to you. So in this case, we have one set and we are priming it. So this A, we want to remove this A from the whole universal set. So what will be left will be 3, 4, 7, and 8. 3, 4, 7, and 8. Ditto the B. We want to delete everything in B from the universal set, and that is 1, 6, 7, and 8. Don't forget, we are deleting from the universal set. We are doing the same thing for C. We are deleting C from the universal set. We have, if I take C away, I have 1, 2, 3, then the 8. That's how to take care of that. Let's move to the next part. This is union. Union means we are bringing everything together. So we have 2 sets here. Even though we have 3 sets here, they're asking us to combine set A and set B. So you act as if C does not exist, as if we only have 2 circles. So everything in it will be written. So we have A union B. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's A union B. Circle A and circle B put together. A union C. Circle A and circle C put together. This every element you have. You can try that now. 1, 2. I have 4. I want to list them accordingly. 5, 6, 7 for easy identification. Then we go to the next one, B union C. This is B union C. I'm combining the 2 sets together. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's about union. You just combine the 2 sets without repeating any element more than once. So let's go to the next one, intersection. A intersection B. There are 3 circles there, but they're only dealing with 2. So our focus will be on those 2. We know that this symbol means intersection. And that simply means what is common. So go to set A and set B. You see that this is common. So this is red, A and B. So this is A and B. And that will be 2, 5. That's A and B. We have A and C. A and circle C. These are the things common, the elements common. So we have 5 and 6 as a common element. We have B and C. Can you guess the common element? That will be 4 and 5, the common element. Now I want you to take caution when you get to this part. You see that I'm bringing this in pair. You see, I have A union B prime. I also have A intersection B prime. I want you to look at this twin. I want you to see the difference between them. I will do this one, then you should be able to try this and try this. So pay attention to how I'm going to explain this one. For this, we already had B prime, and our B prime is 1, 6, 7, 8. B prime is 1, 6, 7, 8. We are to add it to set A without repeating any element twice. B prime is 1, 6, 7, 8. I'm adding it to set A. So I'm going to have 1, 2, I'm trying to see, compare them. I have 5 in A. Okay, then I have 6 here and 6 there. I pick only one of them. I've exhausted everything in A here. I'm going to add it to this B prime. I have 7 and I have 8. So these are all the elements in A union B prime. A union B prime. B prime, for what we have done, you discover that B prime simply means delete this set. So if you delete this set, you will have 1, 6, 7, 8. They are now asking us to add it to set A. The only thing that will be remaining to make set A will be 2 and 5. So that will be 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I repeat again. B prime means delete B. And don't forget, it's only B that is prime. So B prime, I've deleted it. I have 1, 6, 7, 8. So I'm being asked to unite it to set A. So I'm uniting it to set A, I'm going to bring in 2 and 5. That's why we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at this next one. A intersection B. When you see A intersection B, this one is union, this one is intersection. When you see intersection, you only deal with the one without prime. I mean, when you see intersection and one of the sets you are dealing with is primed, either 1 or 2, depending on the number of sets you have. So when you have A intersection B prime, you go to set A alone and remove everything that has to do with set B in it. I repeat. You go to set A only, then delete everything that has to do with set B. So since they only mention A and B, I will ignore set C. Assume C is not existing. So I will look at this A and B as if I only have A and B and C is not existing. So I'm going to delete. So I said you look at A only. So look at A and delete everything that has to do with B. This part has something to do with B. And I've said act as if C is not existing. So if you delete this part, you discover that only 1 and 6 will be left here. 1 and 6. Don't worry. If you don't get it here, by the time you get to this place, you'll have gotten it. Let's look at this A union C prime. It's important when you see this union, I will advise you, if you cannot look at it in diagram form, to do exactly what we did in this place. But let's look at it in diagram form. This means C prime. I'm coming to C, I've primed C. If I prime C, I have 1, 2, 3, 8 left. Because only this is primed. So I have 1, 2, 3, 8 left. So I want to unite it to A. What will be left is for me to add what is in A, which is now 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. I repeat. The prime C. I come over here, delete C. I have 1, 2, 3, and 8. They want me to add it to A. So add what you have in A. That is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Let's do this one too. This one is prime. This intersection, I go to set A, delete everything that has to do with C in it. If I do, I have only 1 and 2. Let's come to this one too and do exactly the same thing. This is C prime. Come to C, delete it. I have 1, 2, 3, 8. They want me to unite it to B. So release the part of it that has to do with B. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So let's try the next one. If you are finding it difficult to understand, you can pause the video and go over again. So this is C prime and this is B and this is intersection. So go to B, this is B, delete everything that has to do with C. So you have 2 and 3 left. Do not forget I said, since we have only B and C, you ignore A as if A is not existing. So in this circle, you have 2, 3, 4, 5 complete as if A is not existing. And when you come to C also, you act as if A is not existing. So you go to B and delete the part that has to do with C, and that is 2 and 3. That's taken care of. Let's go to the next one. This next one, we said A prime. And if you look at it, this is our A prime. And B prime, this is our B prime. They are looking for the union. That means just put them together. Our A prime, you can write your A prime out. Your U prime, write your B prime, write your B prime out. It's a union, put them together without repeating any one. You can see 7 and 8 are common to the two of them, but you write without repeating them. So I'm going to have 1, B, A, and B. So 1 from the smallest to the greatest, you can arrange anyhow actually, but I like it that way. 4, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 without repeating any one. So let's come to this one. What do I do in this case? Don't forget, I only have the 2 of them here. So I have the 2 of them. I'm going to prime this. I'm going to prime the other one too. And their intersection is going to give me something different. I want you to pay attention right here. Now, something about this is that you discover that when we're dealing with prime that had intersections in them, I said, you only look at the set here and remove the other one. Look at the set here, remove this. Look at this set, remove this. But when everything, if there are 3 of them, maybe A, B, and C, and they put intersection in all of them, then you will prime everything. That means you will remove everything and write whatever you have left in the universal set. When all the sets are primed or the complement is given, that means you are going to remove those sets. And you have intersection. Unlike when you have union, you're going to add them together. But when you have intersection, what do you do with the intersection? And they are all primed. You take everything away. You take everything away because you are deleting them one by one. Take them away, and whatever you have left in the first set is what you write. So right here, we only have A and B. So you are assuming that C is not really there. So if I clean this C, it's because this 7 will also be outside, actually. So now I'm going to prime this, remove the A, I'm going to prime the B, so I'll have 7 and 8 left. So I have 7 and 8. This is 7 and this is 8. A union B union C will give us everything inside A, B, and C. This is not part. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is outside. So if I look at A intersection B intersection C, that simply means A and B and C. What is common to all of them? Where all the 3 sets are meeting. And that is right here. That is 5. If I look at the next one, I want to use my solution there to solve this one. A prime, this is A prime. B prime, this is B prime. And C prime, this is C prime. I'm going to combine all of them without repeating anyone. So let me just look at all the values. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4. There is no 5. I have 6, I have 7 and 8. So no 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. That's the set. So look at this. A prime intersection B prime intersection C prime. And I told you something about the prime when I was explaining this. I said, when you see prime like this, you delete each of them. And whatever you have left in the universal set is what you write. So I'm deleting A, deleting B, deleting C. So what I have left is my 8. So look at the next one. I have A union B union C prime. So this A union B union C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, everything put together is this. And I have the value somewhere. This is it. So I'm removing it from the universal set. So if I take it from the universal set, I will have 8 left. 8 left. Then I have A intersection B intersection C prime. So look at it critically, you will see that A intersection B intersection C is here, and now it's 5. So this is it. And they ask us to prime it. So I'm going to prime this. That means to remove it. Whatever you have left is your answer in the universal set. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't write the 5, 6, 7. Then the 8 will be included. 8. Yeah. Let's get to the next one. Now look at this. Let me take you back a little bit. When I started, I had A prime here. I said, when you have A prime, what do? We go, remove the A from the universal set. Why? They only mentioned A and nothing else. So the A is found in the universal set. So you just delete the A and write the remaining in the universal set. But whenever they start to prime or find the complement of a set and they include another set into it, when you are dealing with it, you consider the universal set. Universal set, as the case may be, consider the universal set. So when you are dealing with it and they also have intersection, you only deal with those 2 items. I repeat myself. When you have A prime, when we started, I said you go to the A and delete it and write whatever you have left. That's because it's only A that we have. And there's no other set attached to it. But when we have a set and they have union, and any of them is primed, like in this case, any of them is primed, you solve this relative to the universal set. But when it is primed, one of them is primed, you don't care about the universal set, you only care about the 2 sets. When only one set is primed, you consider the universal set. So you just prime it and write the remaining thing in the universal set. When you have 2 sets or more, okay, in this case we have 2 sets, and one of them is primed, and there is union, you consider the universal set in writing your answer. But when you have something like that, and one of them is primed, and there is intersection, you don't consider the universal set. You only consider the set that is given to you. This one given to you. Because this actually means A only. A only. Sorry, A only. When it is intersection, A only. Good. So I'm going to apply the same thing right here. This one then, we mean B and C only. So my business is B and C. Here, my business was A. I came to A and I removed what belonged to B in A. I had 1 and 6 left. So when I come over here right now, I have B and C before this prime. So this is B and C only. B and C only. So I'm going to consider only B and C and remove what belongs to A from it. So where is B and C? This is B and C. B and C. In that B and C, something belongs to A. So I'm going to remove it. So when I do, I will have 4. I will have 4. I hope that is clear. Let's come to the next one. You will see that in this next one, we have C that does not have any prime. or complement. So I have only C here, and this is intersection. So this one simply means C only. This means B and C only. Hope we are getting this. So this means B and C only. This means C only. Because it's C only, I will go to where I have C and remove everything that has to do with A and that has to do with B. So let's go to C. This is C. In this C, you will see that this part belongs to A, this part belongs to B. Remove it. You have 7 left. So this is supposed to be 7.
If you enjoyed our teaching, please click like and feel free to share our link with your friends. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications of our subsequent videos.